Well, that's a good start, isn't it? He tried to get it loaded and it crashes out to desktop. And I was just about to say, yeah, it's all going to be fine. First time it's crashed. Oh, we'll get it loaded again. So basically, we've added some. I don't know whether to click a new one. Hold on. Think. Because I did have it set up and I was waiting at a runway. So we've added some simple stuff. Nothing major. Nothing like ortho or anything like that. It's just simple enhancements. One of which is actually the nighttime enhancements, which I want to check. So I haven't actually checked it yet. We've got some road networks have been updated, airport textures have been updated, HD trees, although I don't think it's called HD trees, it's called something else. And just, simple scenery and background changes. Yes, crash and burn indeed. Sammy, how you doing? So we're at Bristol Airport at the moment, and what we're just going to do is take off, fly over towards London Way. I've set it to about 5:30, so hopefully we'll get the transition of an evening into a night time. And we'll see how it goes. We'll be snoring in 10 minutes. Yeah, it's night time, so... Oh, one good thing I did find, though, the instrument cluster that we have in front of us here, I was toying with getting one of those Logitech instrument clusters, which are about £90 to £100. And whilst browsing the internet as you do, I've discovered that there's a nice little app you can get for your tablet, whether it be iPad or Android. I've got it for the iPad, and it lets me basically display everything on the tablet. So all those dials that you see all over there. You can even put radio controls. So I thought, well, that saves me 80 odd quid. I've got an iPad that's doing nothing or rarely used, so I'll put it to some good use. And I've got that configured and set up. So for the sake of what, $21.99? Absolute bargain in my eyes. But I'll need to play with that some more. Anyway, let's get this thing shifted and moving, shall we? Preferably not into a building is always a good idea. Hold on. I can see that my windows have not... My game capture window is capturing the wrong window. Oh my god. It says system, not map. Oh my god. There you go. That's what you're looking for. Finally, we'll get somewhere. Right, get to a runway, shall we? It's all been acting a little bit weird today, so I'm just trying to get used to it all. I've improved the graphics a little bit by enhancing the level of graphic detail. Not quite sure where the hell I'm supposed to be going, but I'll go down this way because I just want to get to the runway, get the thing up off the ground. I've been playing around with the rudder setting on the back of the stick, so I've got it a little bit more controlled. Hoping save my setting. But now my head tracker decides not to work, so I'm going to give up. We got a Cessna Skyhawk coming in. Get there before he does. Hopefully he'll stop. Let's get it up in the air to start with. Literally gotta go pretty much back on ourselves. And the good news is, I now know how to use the autopilot. Yay me. Get it up. Aim for around 3,000. That's what I'm going to cruise at anyway. That'll lie, I'll stick it at 2.5. Hey, Super Dad, how you doing? Yeah, that's it might be something worth sorting out, you know? I'd like to think that I'll pick it up and have a play around with it. You know, I've always enjoyed messing and toying with flight sims. I know absolutely nothing about them. Never got into learning it as much as I sat down and thought I'd really like to. This is probably the first time I've sat down and actually learnt, you know, not really learnt the sim, but learnt little things. And you know, I'm enjoying the little bit that I've done so far. Right. Now I'm trying to fathom out why my head tracker has decided to stop working, which is really annoying. Got a mind of its own, this thing. Well, that could be why it's not tracking or anything, because the whole thing's shifted. I think we're going to need a bigger blob of blue tack. Yeah, that'll be it. Right, so now we can we can look out, and that does look a little bit better than what it was before. There's certainly more detail down on the ground. Yeah, I had a good Christmas and New Year. And yourself, I hope? That's alright, people call me all sorts, I get used to it anyway. So hopefully, what are we? Yeah, 1733. So I've added a little bit of cloud detail to the game itself. We've done roads. I've done vehicles, so ground vehicles. If we were lower down, you might see. Trees. They've been enhanced. Night lighting. That's supposed to be enhanced. These are all things that I want to kind of test. Yeah, and that's just it, isn't it? You know, really, Christmas and all of that is all about the kids, and New Year's just about having a bit of a party. Well, as I say, I had FSX, and again, it was just pick it up and take a plane and crash and burn it every so often. That's about as far as I got. Then I bought this with the thought of I'd really like to get into it, and it's been sat on my PC doing nothing. But with the news of the new Flight Simulator coming out, it's like, you know what, I should really learn and try and better myself with the game and see if I can improve, because I'd like to pick up the new game, but you know, if it's going to cost another 50, 80 quid for a game like that, and I'm just going to pick it up once a year or something, it's going to be a bit stupid. So, like, I admit, this runs really well, because, you know, it's not a beast of a PC, but it's not a dog by any means, but it runs well. See, you're getting all technical already, so it's beyond me. No, but it is. I mean, you know, just from the aesthetics point of view, and just looking at the graphics, you know, assuming even in its base form as well, it looks as good as. Oh, look out, series off on one. That's one way of turning off your dials that you're trying to use. Well, I'm impressed with how well it's running. When you think of what's been shuffling about on the screen. Yeah, you see some people doing the traffic control stuff, and it's like, ugh. As soon as you start doing Alpha Bravo stuff, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Stick your head out the window. That was the wrong button. Need to find the controls for the views. Ooh. See that then? It got a little bit darker then. Look out. I mean, to me, that's a load of detail, even though it's not huge, big buildings or what have you. Though there's a tall building down there. But that's why we're heading towards London as well. I want to see what the performance is like. I don't know whether we'll get towards that way before it gets dark. But I wanted to kind of see the transition from an evening into a nighttime. They get paid? Wow. If you know your stuff. Yeah, right. I'll be talking gibberish. I know nothing about any of that. Can barely just get this thing up and down. But I gotta admit, there's some good details on the aircraft. Really do like the way they do the glass effect on the cockpit. Hey, I learnt a couple of buttons for the views. Yeah. Yeah, and after I discovered that the autopilot off was actually on the yoke. Well, no, I won't say yoke because on the flight stick anyway. Button on the flight stick. I was like, oh really? Great. So that's what that button is on the yoke in front of you. I was like, oh, it'd be nice to have known that. So now I can turn it on and back off. Yay me. Gotta admit though, yeah, I think Sammy might be right. This is probably a type of game that could put you to sleep. Although I think I prefer the sound of a jet engine, you know. Although I did download the, what is it, the Zebo mod? Downloaded that anyway, even though I'll probably never get round to it, but I thought I'll get it, because if I do manage to transition from something like this, then I'll go to that and learn a big jet, but it'd be like, yeah, that's gonna be a long time coming. There's so much to learn. Oh my god, I gotta turn Siri off as well. I'm setting her off all the time. Siri off. Super, did you know about the app on the for iPads or tablets that links to the game and gives you all your dials on there? I was really impressed by that. I was like, wow, that's really good. I'm not texting. It's where my apps are. I just need to turn, yeah, I just need to turn it off on the iPad and it'll be fine. Make sure they don't respond. Could advance time. Could mess with that. Oh, AI controls your view. Oh. Speaking of which, I don't know where I put half my stuff anyway. Ugh. Let me try something. Does this work? Brings up the map. Shows what we've done so far. We've taken off. Flown across. Helicopter. I need to find out if there is a way of advancing time and how you do it properly. But we're getting there slowly. We're at 1745. Fuel tank's just under half. I discovered where you actually load up with fuel. That was kind of important. I was like, yeah, that's gonna go well. Gonna run out soon. And done it again. Maybe I'll look at getting some, I don't know if there's a way of getting free ground textures and what have you. Perhaps I'll look into getting, say, the UK, and then I can just fly around the UK as practice. I wouldn't do the whole world if I'm planning on going to Microsoft Flight Sim at some point. trying to see where the airports are, but that's Farnborough. There's London Gatwick Airport. I don't know what you mean for that one for a laugh. We'll make a quick change, because if we're heading in that direction... Oh, the excitement. Oh, look, you can see a vehicle on one of the roads. That actually does add another level of realism to it, I suppose, seeing vehicles travelling along the roads. At least it makes you feel that everything below you is hustling and bustling and moving around. Yeah, it's just you to spot that one, isn't it? Where the birds... They've flown away because they see me coming. That's what. There should be power lines as well. I put power line mod in as well, but I don't know how much we'll see that over here. Maybe more in the if we were on a US map. I like the reflection of the light on the wing. That's quite cool. Come back. Flies away somewhere. Ow. Well, whichever airport I'm going to be heading to, because at the moment I don't know which one I'm going to be heading to. That's Red Hill. Yeah, we'll just keep Gatwick highlighted for now. Change the heading ever so slightly. We'll be hitting 6 PM soon. Anyway, I could have just started the flight at night time, but yeah. What is it with this? This is the one thing that kind of throws me with this head tracker or hat track, is the program will just ditch. You either leave it on permanently and it'll work, or if you toggle it on and off, it'll toggle on and off twice and then just ditch and you have to reopen it. Is that a power line? I see power lines. Well, I saw two, and then it ended in the middle of nowhere. That's rather weird. Cars travelling, lights on. It's like Hawkeye vision from up here. Yeah, this the app seems to be working fine. That hasn't ditched out. Time's accurate, and it changes the background of the clock so it lights up. That's rather good. He's not text. I don't even know where my phone is, funny enough. I was just looking for that. I was like, I don't know where my phone is. Mind you saying that? Probably in the damn car. No, I found it. Yeah, going back to FSX, I mean, yeah, I had that a long time, but again, it was just the base game. I think it came with the FXX accelerator or something. I can't even remember what it was, bit of software. But because I'd never really delved into it, there never really modded it and got heavy into it. When Xplane for me was on sale, I just picked up Xplane. I thought, right, okay, this is what I'll dabble with. But again, you know, it's very expensive. I mean, if you add all the extras on, you're looking at £900 odd. And then if you think about all the Ortho XP stuff that you can get, that's a whole host of other money as well, along with the amount of data you need to download. So for me, it's like, okay, well, if this new FSX is supposed to do like a streaming of the land data to you, saves you having to mess around. Train. Oh yeah, added in trains. Or enhanced trains, anyway. See some lights. You can see the road lights are coming on. Cars are coming on with the lights on. I'm intrigued to see how it looks when it gets darker. But no birds. Shut up about the birds. I shot the birds. Yes. Can anybody tell Sammy if there is a bird mod that adds birds to the game? I think she wants to fly through a bunch of birds. I think it's just simulated bird strikes. And don't quote me on it, I wouldn't really know. Oh look, you can fly to Southend. I can't find any airports. What the hell? Farnborough. Really? Deers? Why would I do deers? It's like, oh look, there's a deer falling in the sky. But maybe it was got abducted by aliens. What? Right, I might have a change of heart and go to London Luton Airport. Well, I'm toying with the ideas a second. Really? You can go deer spotting? Gee, thanks. I'm so excited. Oh no, hold on. We'll do that one. Where am I? That means I need to turn a little bit if I'm going to try the other way. Better be plenty of fuel in this thing. Gonna need it. I just want to be just shy out there. If trying to fly this thing wasn't hard enough, and now I've decided to try and do it at night time. Okay. I mean, technically, it's the easiest thing to fly in the game, so which is good for me because I'll need it to be nice and easy. But gotta admit, the realism coming out of it, it's quite nice. I like the lights on the buildings. That is done quite well. Quite impressed with that. Beach trekking. All travelling home. I think the buildings are lit differently now. That looks really nice. It's nice to know that a few free mods added to the game, and it just enhances the overall look already. Okay, and she sent me the link as well. Find birds or deer in your log.txt file. Okay. And you can set bird strikes as well. Oh, great. Does it come with blood splatter on the windscreen when you fly into one by accident? And do you get a as it goes through? Oh, man. Right, how are we doing? I have no idea where I'm flying. I think what we're going to do is head to what says London City, which is just a single strip. Or do I go to Luton? At least Luton's going to be... Well, let's have a look. There'll be more to see there when you get there. It might look more impressive because it's bigger. Where am I on the map? Let's try and fly that way, shall we? Check out that road. We'll have a look at that now when we get over it. Hopefully the voice is coming through a bit clearer and not cutting out so much like last time, because I kind of messed up the settings. I tweaked them, so hopefully it's clearer. Although you might hear me sniffing God knows what, because it's picking up everything at the moment. And the head tracking's crashed again because that was the second time. Got to be an easy way of pausing it. Whatever that is. I think somebody's stuck on the roundabout down there, doing circuits. That's really good that they got to that kind of detail, though. You know, I know it's all simplified and they're not exactly moving between lanes or smoothly, but it's just little things like that that really do add to it. Right, so where are we? I'm gonna check out the map. There's Luton. Need to be a little bit further over. I like the way they've done the sky as well, it's really nice. Kind of weird that there's only one avionics switch. Now what's that over there? Can we see? Will it crash and mute? Have a look. Our lights. Trying to keep my head really still, trying to zoom in on that. Really hard. Let's say that was an airport. Bigger than it looks on the map. I reckon by about past it'll be getting nice and dark and we might see more of the ground lights. City lights, car lights, and God knows what. So far I'm convinced they've done a very good job when it comes to how it's lit up at night. Very believable. Oh, got a nice skyline going on over there. Not quite sure on the sun over there though. It looks a bit dodgy, but hey, can't have everything. Right, so we need to adjust heading slightly. Yeah, that might have been the airport. I'm not quite sure which airport that is. Let's have a look. According to this, that's probably an RAF from Northolt. I'm looking at the right one. Can't see another one nearby though. Supposedly, I'm supposed to have enough fuel in the tank for 3 hours of flight. Doesn't look like it. Nah, we should be fine. I'm quite impressed with how it's running on the PC as well. Graphics have actually turned up, where I was running it turned down. But then it might be a different story if we were running, say, 737. Perhaps I'll have a look at that at the end, and I'll probably crash that because, yeah. $6 in game. Yeah, the night view, I'm enjoying that. I think they've done a really good job. So again, remember, we are running a slight mod when it comes to nighttime. It kind of boosts the lighting around the buildings and the roads. I've seen a video of the standard nighttime, but even the standard nighttime looked pretty good as well. Man, I should have got myself a cup of coffee. I mean, technically I could. It's on autopilot. And I've got shed loads of time to get there. Actually, I might do that. I shall be back in a couple of ticks. Hopefully it doesn't crash. It's on autopilot. I'm going to get myself a cup of coffee. I'll be back now. And he's back. What the hell is that a picture of? Well, it's gotten darker. I think that bright spot is the airport. Let's have a look. Ugh. Looks like a runway. Goddamn sun, go down. What's a donut? Oh yeah. I thought it was a circle of fangs to begin with. I was like, what the hell is that? Little burn. Well, so far the transition from evening into night has been pretty darn impressive. I like it a lot. Nearly as much as I like this cup of coffee. Ooh. Ooh, yes. That airport looks miles away on the map, but it's not. Right, let's go straight north. Hey Gareth, how you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. And yourself? What have you been up to, Gareth? Anything good? Do you enjoy your holidays? Did you have any holidays, that is? I think we'll just plonk it down over there on the airport to the right. Good, good. That's what we like to hear. That's all we can ask for, really, innit? Around this time of year. Good Xmas, good New Year. And then we start it all over again. Oh, the joys. Yeah, all good, thanks. Can't complain, it's not as if I was busy. Ooh. Try and get this thing down to the ground now, shall we? Check on the lights. Gonna miss this one, it's huge. Drop off a little speed. Not that we're supposed to be over this side, but I want a goosey gander just to see what it's like. Oop, hold on, don't want to go that way. Watch where you're going. Just get off the grass. It's really nice how they've done all that with the lights. It does look very convincing. I think that vehicle's gonna stop. Crash burn. Just crashed into a Texaco tanker. Trying to find the way out onto the motorway. Over there. Have a look. God, none of these are getting pushed back. I'd be in trouble, wouldn't I? I have no idea the way back to the runway. Oh, well, if I keep on going this way, we'll probably get there. Guessing to right. Technically I could take off on this, but really a runway. Oh, it's the plane. Where? Car park. Cessna. Spot over there, I guess. Us. Can't get it under control. Oh, that's pulling. Turn that off a second. That could have gone a bit smoother. Ah. Yeah, we'll jump onto it in a second, but trust me, I think I'll manage to get it off the ground. We won't be doing anything right on it because I have no idea. I am very much a novice. I just want to get back up and have a quick look with this, and then shall have a look-see. Last time I took one, I managed to get it up off the ground, and all of a sudden just went bank hard left and straight into the grid. I was like, okay. That's certainly a lot harder. I thought these things were supposed to fly themselves. Let's do a hard bank in this, shall we? That looks impressive from the air. Start again. So we landed. That's if the damn thing loads. I don't even think I've tried this. I think I tried the other 737. On the flip side, I think I've got to put this onto an SSD because at the moment it's on an old mechanical hard drive, but boy, it takes some time to on, and it's absolutely roasting. Either that or the PC cooking. Oh my! Oh my god, that went down the wrong way. Yeah, I have no idea when I'm doing this. This is going to be awesome. I mean, you know, that's a lot of shit to look. Not including all the crap you got up there. Oop. As I just stick. So yeah, you know, I haven't got anything like. I don't think I've got the pushback thing installed. I never got round to that. Excuse me while I just shift around my seat and ruin the camera for you. Whoa. Nope. Just the basic for now. Head tracker's gone again. Oh my god. I think I could just leave it on there and just listen to the sounds. So, anybody know what they're doing with one of these? I have no idea. Oh, steerable lights. It's like the headlights in the car these days. Config. I really don't remember where I was when this was taken off. I didn't take off here, obviously. Because right now I'm just sitting here like a lemon going, I don't know. Why's that not working? Okay, my views aren't working for some reason. Good. Oh, there we are. My views. Chat windows vanished. So this is what I'd love to fly, but yeah, I have no idea, shall we say. Didn't get a pushback plugin, which that's something I believe we need to get. Because that will help. Terrain patterns. Okay. I haven't even looked at half of this. Aviation flashlight oxygen mask. That's way funny. That just powered that off. It was a different one. Back to that. Was it that one I did last time? Yeah, don't ask me in with regards to flying the big stuff because I have no idea. Got it installed ready for when I decide to progress to that level, but I'm way off that level. So you got no sounds then. How did they expect you to do that? Oh, maybe it is installed then. Just not on that one. Checklist. I think I'd almost teach you. Spawned it. Okay. There's a lot for dig in there. It was probably best then if end it there, because this will be something that I will look at. I'll make a video on it actually. First takeoff in a 737 correctly. Well, I say correctly. There'll probably be some errors, but I'd like to get at least the majority of it correct. Because looking at this, there's a shed load that you have to go through just to get the thing moving. So what we'll do, we'll leave it there. We'll come back for another video another time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. So take care. Bye for now.